In this session, we are going to discuss about Fourier's law of heat conduction. So this Fourier's law of heat conduction is the governing law for conduction. Now, let us consider there is a wall like this. One end of this wall is at temperature T1 and the other side is at temperature T2. Now, here let us consider that T1 is greater than T2. So when T1 is greater than T2, heat flows in this particular direction. So let us consider Q as the amount of heat transferred in this direction. So this thickness of the wall, let us consider it as dx or L. Now, according to Fourier's law of heat conduction, it states that heat transferred Q is directly proportional to the area perpendicular to the heat flow direction. So that means if we consider this as a three-dimensional bar like this, so the area that is perpendicular to the heat flow direction, we need to consider this particular area. So this area multiplied by temperature gradient. So temperature gradient is nothing but the variation in temperature with respect to the thickness. So that is dt by dx. Now, in order to remove this proportionality, we need to introduce a constant, and that constant we call it as the thermal conductivity of the material, and it is denoted by K. So therefore, Ka into dt by dx we are going to get. But here dt is nothing but T2 minus T1, and as T2 is less than T1, so this difference will give us a negative value. So in order to make this heat transfer rate positive, we will put a minus sign in front. So this is the equation that we are going to get from the Fourier's law of heat conduction. Now, further going in detail, so let us consider Q is equal to minus Ka into T2 minus T1 by dx or L. So this can also be written as Q is equal to T1 minus T2 by L by Ka. So this L by Ka, we call it as the thermal resistance due to conduction. Now, as we know, Ohm's law states that I is equal to dV by R. See here, current is because of the potential difference, and the wire, the material offers certain resistance to the flow of electrons. So similarly, if we take Fourier's law of heat conduction, heat transfer Q is because of temperature difference, and the resistance that we are getting here is L by Ka, and this one we call it as thermal resistance due to conduction. See, this resistance is to the heat flow, whereas here this resistance is to the electron flow. Now, see here, always we will talk about heat transfer rate. So heat transfer rate has the unit of watts. So in thermodynamics, we have learnt that heat transfer is taken in terms of joules. Here, heat transfer rate we call, that's why it will be having a units of watts. And here, the temperatures will be in degree centigrade. So when we write small t, it indicates degree centigrade, or sometimes you can take it in terms of Kelvin also. L is the thickness, or dx also can be considered as thickness, which is considered in meters. And here A is the area perpendicular to heat flow direction. So this will be in terms of meter square. And K is the thermal conductivity of the material. So this is a material property. So we'll be going to discuss about this thermal conductivity in the further sections, and it has a unit of watt per meter degree centigrade or watt per meter Kelvin. And the thermal resistance RTH due to conduction has unit of Kelvin per watt. So the thermal resistance has a unit of Kelvin per watt here. So this is about the Fourier's law of heat conduction, and here this Fourier's law of heat conduction we have considered for one dimensional steady state, and there is no internal heat generation within the material. So these are the assumptions that we need to consider here.